Alright, we have a Troy-Bilt TB110. It's a 140cc. It does not have front wheel drive. It's just a basic push mower. It's relatively new. Guy said he had a horrible time starting it when he pulled it out of storage this spring. And he wasn't kidding. The only way I can get it to run is if I take off the air filter. Remove this, has got to be replaced. This is nasty. And spray some starting fluid in there. She starts right up, she'll run, but the minute you let it go and let it shut off, you cannot restart it. So the carburetor's got to have some kind of issue. So we're going to delve into this and see what we can find. First thing I'm going to do is take off the top, and these are 8mm bolts, so we'll just get those out. So loosen these. I'm just gonna could use power drill, but I'm too lazy to hook up the attachment. And I would only recommend you hand tighten these as much as you can when you put them back on. I wouldn't recommend you use a drill. And you'll see why underneath them. Alright, I think that's pretty much. There's one. There's two. Don't lose these. There's three. And this just comes up and let it hang. Alright, so let's check out all the stuff here. This is all working. So it's got to be a clogged carburetor. So I'm going to take this off. These are, I think, 8mm bolts too. I think these are 10. We're going to remove those four. It's two, so there's 4 total. This comes off and then the whole thing will just pop out. I got to take off the gas line, so I gotta catch that too. And I fibbed to you, the ones on the side are still 8mm, the same, what you were using for the take the top off. 1, 2. These are smaller. I think these are 7s. So let me switch. And these are 7s. These things are just all hand tightened on, so I would not recommend you use a drill. I'm just going to take them off. And you'll notice these are silver posts, so you won't mix them up with your other ones, which are black. Back here, we're going to take off. Oops, the whole thing just falls right off. See how easy that is? Alright, now the tricky part. I can't show this because I need 2 hands to do it. I've got to remove the clip to take off the gas fuel line. There is some gas left in here, so I'm going to have some spillage. Try not to have too much. And then I think I'm just going to remove the whole gas tank because this is just one unit. I think it's held on by a bolt or 2. And I'll just take that off and set it aside so I don't leak gas everywhere. I would highly recommend you use vice grips to get the clips off because they're a pain. And then you can also limit the hose. You can clamp it down so you're only losing a little bit of gas. Alright, you see I got the gas tank off. They're just literally sit in these 2 clips right here. So just, fiddle it, pop it out. And you can set it so it's not leaking. Alright. This just sits in here, but you have to disconnect all the levers. And you have to be really careful not to bend these, because if you do, then it's not going to operate properly. So you're just going to have to kind of twist them a little bit, they pop out. And then you just move them to the side, and then this whole thing will slide out. That's your carburetor. Okay, now you see I've got it out. I haven't disconnected it yet, I just popped it out. Just be really gentle when you take it out. On the bottom here, you're going to see 2 screws. Oh, there's one off. Get the whole thing off, it'd be great. Kind of hard to do one-handed. I'll have to fiddle with that. Hold on. Alright, now you see it's disconnected, and we're going to go clean this bad boy. Alright, these are just the same 7mm, so you're just going to undo these here, take it off. Alright, now I got to try to figure out how to get in this bad boy. I'm not really sure how to separate it, so I got to fiddle with that. I'll probably go find a flathead screwdriver. You have to get your flathead screwdriver in there and fiddle it around the edge, and then you can separate the two. Mine was full of gas, as you can see. I should have put more drainage down in it. But this is the float. And this is your stem that I need to go clean. So this is what I need to go check. You can see it's got the holes in it. I'm going to be shooting carb cleaner through there and running a needle through it, or a piece of wire or a paper clip or whatever I can get through there to clean it out. It does look like it's clogged, so that must be my problem. So anyway, let me get that out. Let's have to take a bath out of this one. I had to get the screwdriver underneath there as well. See the little ring around it, don't lose that, don't damage it. But this is the little puppy that needs to be cleaned out, so we're gonna go work on that with some carb cleaner, toothbrush, and fun stuff. Alright. So I'm taking like a pin, going through all the little holes, making sure it's clear. This one was pretty gunked up here at the bottom, and I have a feeling that's my problem. So we're just gonna keep cleaning it and see where we go. Alright, this is using good old-fashioned gunk carburetor parts cleaner. Spray some in here. I'll let it soak for probably like 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take this lovely toothbrush and try to scrub it really good. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright, I just want to point something out to you. This is the hole that needs to clear, and this needs to be, the air will come out the bottom down here when it's clean. So once you finish scrubbing it, you run your needle or your wire or whatever through it, you should be able to spray your carb cleaner through this hole, and it'll come out the bottom down here. I can't really show you that with the camera, but that's what it's got to do, and then you know it's clear and you don't have any clogs. The other spot you definitely want to make sure is clear is this little nozzle right here. That's where you're connecting everything to. That's where your gas is coming in. So definitely shoot some carb cleaner through there. Make sure it's coming out. Otherwise, you're not getting gas, and that's why she's not starting. Alright, now it's time to start putting this back together. This only goes on one way, so make sure you fit it because you're trying to get a tight seal again. This is what keeps the gas in there, it doesn't leak out. So make sure you put it in the right way. Alright, you see it, get the clips back on. You always want to test it, make sure you put it back together right. But it just sits in there, so just make sure it's on there pretty good. And just put it back together. Alright, I decided to put this back on first, and then I'm going to try to connect the gas tank in. Maybe I'll have less leakage that way. Alright, gas tank's back on. Reconnected everything, slid the clip down. Now we're just going to reassemble the air filter. I really need to replace that, but I don't have one right now. I'll have to get another one. Let's see if we can at least just get her started. Gas looks pretty clean. I didn't see any sediment at the bottom. I was kind of worried about that, but I don't see any. So it's all back together. We're going to try to give her a start. She's got enough gas to get started at least. Moment of truth. I'm sure I can do this one-handed. We're going to try. Now you have it, a running TB110 lawnmower. Let's see if she restarts. Let's count to 10. And there you have it, a running Troy-Bilt TB110 mower. This is in good shape, just needed the carburetor clean. She should work pretty well till the next clog.